Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, today we are going to learn about what is Azure Virtual Desktop and what are some features of Azure Virtual Desktop. Okay, it is very important. Some people will take it very lightly, like he's a nonsense guy, he's simply uploading videos. But when it comes to the examination, you will have to recreate. So guys, don't take it likely. Make a note, definitely it will help you. Okay, I am doing my part, rest of is up to you. So guys, the concept is very clear. What is Azure Virtual Desktop and what are some key features of Azure Virtual Desktop? I hope this will help you. Definitely you will learn something. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, now this is a situation, this is a scenario where you can use and why you should use, or what are the advantages and benefits of using Azure Virtual Desktop, and what is the requirement of using it, what is required which is making you to use Azure Virtual Desktop. That is what I'm going to discuss. So let's see. So guys, here for example, you are in a situation. In addition to the challenge that ABCD traders has been facing with application scale, your manager has asked you to put together a new development team of remote workers. So let's see. You are a team leader, IT team leader. Okay, now your manager is telling you, please make a team and they will be working remotely. Okay, so how will you deal with this? How will you manage this situation? So this task would normally require setting up several new computers. Obviously, if you are making a team and they are working remotely, you need to have multiple or several computers with all of them requisite development tools for a new team. So the basic requirement of that team is to have uh, development tools to be installed on all the computers. Okay, now let's see. Then you would need to ship them to the respective developers, and the time to procure, set up and ship each of these computers would be costly. So yes, for example, you have 15 members in a team, you need 15 computers, 15 application, or multiple application can be there. And as per the requirement of developers, some developers need 4 applications, some guys require 5 applications. So it is all about, time consuming. Yes, you need to purchase those tools, applications, desktop or laptop, whatever it is. You have to set up each and everything, and you have to ship or send all the computers to all the uh, developers, and they are working remotely, so you have to send by courier to their residence or wherever they are available to work. Okay, so it is a costly process. Now let's see. Also, all of your new developers have their own computing devices that are running a mixture of Windows, Android and Mac operating system. So again, it is a complex situation for you. So in that condition, how you can make it easily? Let's see. So guys, you want to find a way to expedite the deployment process for your remote workers. So in this condition, what you want to have something quickly, very quickly. It should give you all the required operating system tools easily without putting much effort, more cost. Okay, and you also want to keep your management cost to minimum. Yes, with that in mind, you want to see how Azure Virtual Desktop can help your organization. Okay, so you have understood what is the requirement, what is the scenario, what is the situation. Now you are thinking about Azure Virtual Desktop, how it can help your organization and how it can fix the situation which is occurred here. Let's see, that is what we are going to learn in this video. Now I hope you will think, yes, it is something important I'm going to discuss, you will not take it lightly. Okay guys, rest of is up to you. No worries. Let's see. So what is Azure Virtual Desktop? First of all, you should understand this, then we'll go further. So guys, let's see. Azure Virtual Desktop is a desktop and application. So it is a desktop and application. Make a note. So Azure Virtual Desktop is a desktop and application virtualization service that run on the cloud. So Azure Virtual Desktop is nothing but it is a desktop and application virtualization service. So you should make a note of this much. It is a desktop and application virtualization service, and it is running on on the cloud. Very simple thing. Let's see the next one. It enables your user to use a cloud hosted version of Windows from any location. So wherever your user is, he can access cloud hosted version of Windows. Okay, and Azure Virtual Desktop works across devices like Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and Linux. So it is not limited to a particular, you can say, device or platform. It has service to all the devices and platform. Let's see, for example, Windows. Yes, if you are a Windows user, you will be able to work easily. If you are a Mac user, you can have uh, all the services which is required to run Mac operating system or devices. If you have Mac devices, okay, it is not limited to only particular technology or particular platform. Correct. Let's see next one. It works with apps that you can use to access remote desktop and apps. Okay, as well as you can also use most modern browsers to access Azure Virtual Desktop hosted experiences. Yes, okay, it is also a very useful or very helpful feature with Azure Virtual Desktop. And next one, why should you use Azure Virtual Desktop? Okay, so far we have understood what is Azure Virtual Desktop. Azure Virtual Desktop is nothing but it is a desktop and application virtualization service. Very simple, and it is not limited to particular one single technology or platform. It is having multiple services for multiple platform and devices, technology as per the requirement and situation. Now, what is the next concept? Why should you use Azure Virtual Desktop? Very simple. Yes, if you are talking about Azure Virtual Desktop, yes, I understood what is Azure Desktop, Azure Virtual Desktop. But now let's see, why should I use this? Very simple. So there are multiple factors here which makes it you should, why should you use it, it will give you answer to your question why you should use Azure Virtual Desktop. So the very first one is provide the user experience. It provides the best user experience. Okay, let's see how. So guys, users have the freedom to connect to Azure Virtual Desktop with any device over the internet. That is why it is called, it provides the best user experience. So it is not again limited. Okay, so whatever device you have, you can access Azure Virtual Desktop over the internet. First one. Next one is they use Azure Virtual Desktop client to connect to their published Windows desktop and applications. Okay, so user will have to use Azure Virtual Desktop client. Okay, the next one, the client could either be a native application on the device or the Azure Virtual Desktop HTML web clients. Okay guys, now let's see the next point. You can make sure your session host virtual machine run near apps and services that connect to your data center or the cloud. This way your users stay productive and don't encounter long load times. Okay guys, and the next reason you should say or cause uh, why you should use Azure Virtual Desktop. So the first one, what we have understood is it provides the best user experience. How? Very simple. You saw here, it is available anywhere. Okay, you just need to use Azure Virtual Desktop client to connect your published Windows desktop and applications, and like it could be any application, or it could be like HTML web client. Okay guys, and it will be accessing your applications and services with from the data center which is near to your location. Okay, the next thing, it will create session from there. Okay, and it will not take much time to load whatever you want to load or you want to access. So it will give you productivity. Okay, it will not have to wait for hours and hours for the access or to access your applications or data whatever you want. It will give you within a minute or very quickly. Okay, not even within a minute. So let's see the next one. The next factor, why should you use Azure Virtual Desktop, which is enhanced security. Okay, let's see. So guys, Azure Virtual Desktop provides centralized security management for users desktop with Active Directory, with Azure Active Directory, which is also known as Azure AD. Okay, so it has centralized security management also. That is why we are calling it enhanced security. Okay, let's see the next one. You can enable multi-factor authentication to secure user sign-ins. Okay, so yes, you need to enable multi-factor authentication. And the next one is, you can also secure access to data by assigning granular role-based access control, which is also known as RBACS to users. Okay, and the next factor is, with Azure Virtual Desktop, the data and apps are separated from the local hardware, and Azure Virtual Machine Desktop runs them instead on a remote server. Okay guys, and the next factor is, the risk of confidential data being left on a personal device is reduced. That is why we are calling it enhanced security. Okay, let's move to the next one. So guys, now the sixth point in enhanced security is, user sessions are isolated in both single and multi-session environment. So these are isolated always, so security will be there. Okay, so no need to worry about security, and that is the reason why we are calling it as enhanced security. And the next one is, let's see what are some key features of Azure Virtual Desktop. Okay, so you can see here the very first one is simplified management. You can see the very first feature is simplified management. Let's see now how it is. So once again, let's see the very first uh, point in simplified management. Azure Virtual Desktop is a Azure service, so it will be familiar to Azure administrator. Okay, now let's see the next one. You use Azure AD and RBACS to manage access to resources. Okay, what is RBACS? Just now I told you here, that is role based access control. Okay, and the third one, with Azure you also get tools to automate virtual machine deployment, manage virtual machine updates, and provide disaster recovery. Okay guys, and let's see the next one. As with other other virtual Azure services, sorry, as with other Azure services, Azure Virtual Desktop uses Azure Monitor for monitoring and alerts. So obviously if you have this kind of services, definitely your management will be very simple and easy. Okay, that is why we are calling it as a simplified management. Okay, and it is a key feature of Azure Virtual Desktop. Let's move to the next one. This standardization lets administrator or admins identify issues through a single interface. So with the help of this Azure Monitor for monitoring and alerts, easily the administrator or admins can identify what is the issue from a single desktop or single interface. Very simple. That is why it is called simplified management. Let's move to the next one. Now the next feature is performance management. Okay, how it is, let's see. So the very first one is Azure Virtual Desktop gives you options to load balance user on your VM host pools. So you can create load balancers. Okay, very simple. That is why it is called performance management. So you can manage performance very easily. Let's see the next one. Host pools are collection of virtual machine with the same configuration assigned to multiple users. So you can see this is your one pool and you have 15 members or 15 users inside this, and you have one more pool here. Okay, P2, and you have 20 users here. So they have the same configuration. Okay guys, and you can create load balancer in this pool. You can 20 will be coming this side and 15 requests will be coming this side at a time, kind of thing. I'm just giving you, just basic example. Now let's see. For the best performance, you can configure load balancing to occur as users sign in, or which is known as breath mode. With breath mode, users are sequentially allocated across the host pool for your workload. The next one is to save cost. You can configure your virtual machine for depth mode load balancing, where users are fully allocated on one virtual machine before moving to the next one. Okay guys, and Azure Virtual Desktop provides tool to automatically provision additional virtual machine when incoming demand exceeds specified thresholds. So that is why it is called performance management. And how you can see, like it is helpful to give or get best performance, okay, from a virtual machine or user or a configuration, whatever it is, from a single location. Now let's see multi-session Windows 10 deployment. So in this, Azure Virtual Machine Desktop lets you use Windows 10 Enterprise multi-session, the only Windows client-based operating system that enables multiple concurrent user on a single virtual machine. Apart from this, Azure Virtual Desktop also provides a more consistent experience with broader application support compared to Windows Server based operating systems. Apart from this, let's see about cost. Does it do anything, or does it help you to reduce cost also? Let's see. Save on compute cost. How it is? Let's see. Buy 1 year or 3 year Azure reserved virtual machine instances to save you up to 72% versus pay as you go pricing. You can pay for a reservation upfront or monthly. So again it is up to your organization and the capacity to spend. If they are capable to tell you like you can reserve the virtual machines, okay, so you can take. If they tell you take a subscription pay as you go, so you will take according to your management only. But if you are taking reservation, then it will save more cost. Like you can see here 72% versus pay as you go pricing. So again it is depend on the situation. You cannot do much what you want to do. It is on the strength of or capital strength of or cost strength of your company or your environment. Okay guys, so but yes, reservation is very helpful in this. So obviously it will save your cost. So guys, the next one is like, reservations provide a billing discount and don't affect the runtime state of your resources. So these are the advantages or factors why you should use Azure Virtual Desktop, and if you are using, what are the benefits you are getting, and services, what kind of environment we can deploy. So guys, this is what I just wanted to discuss in this video, and I hope I was capable to give you informative information and valuable information. And if yes, it was, so then please do subscribe, like, share and comment, and I'll meet you in next video. And next video what we are going to learn is like active directory kind of infra. Okay, like what is Windows Active Directory, what is Azure Active Directory, and how it is all about uh, this infra is related to each other. So that is what we are going to learn in my coming up videos. Till then, bye bye.